Hello everyone. So today's webinar is on vendor collaboration module in Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations. My name is Mayur Pokharkar. So today I am going to show you the functionality related to vendor collaboration, how vendor can use vendor collaboration module, as well as organization benefits from it. So let's start. So here is the agenda for today's webinar. Mm, First, introduction. So I'm going to showcase you means what is the use of the vendor collaboration module. After that, I will show you the vendor collaboration options. Means on vendor card, which options are available to enable the vendor collaboration. I'm going to show you the user setup. Means how you can set up the external contact and user for vendor collaboration. And after that, I will going to showcase you request for quotation and purchase order scenario. So means how you can create the RFQ and purchase order, and how you can use this for vendor collaboration. So here is the introduction first. So vendor collaboration model is mainly targeted at vendor who don't have electronic data interchange integrated with Microsoft Dynamics 365 for finance and operation. It lets vendor work with purchase order, invoices, consignment inventory information, and request for quotations, and also lets them access part of their vendor master data. Okay, so let's start. So first I will show you the vendor collaboration option on vendor card. So just procurement and sourcing module. Mm, just click on all vendors. Okay, I'm just changing the legal entity. Yeah, so here you can see the list of your vendors. So just open the vendor for which you want to enable the vendor collaboration. So just open the vendor. So here is the option for collaboration activation. Mm, so there is a first option is active. PO is not auto confirm. So this is useful when you create the purchase order and you send it to vendor. So once vendor will confirm it, so you need to confirm manually from your site on purchase order. And here is the option for PO is auto confirm, means once vendor is confirmed the purchase order from their sites, so it will auto confirm. You need no need to confirm it manually. So I am selecting the active PO is auto confirm. And here is also another option, purchase order price and amount. When you click it on yes, so vendor can see the purchase order price as well as total amount of that purchase order. So just click on yes to enable it. Okay, so this is from the vendor part. So next I will show you the means how you can set up the user account for the vendor contact, as well as how you can create a vendor user. So here is the vendor collaboration module. Just go in vendor collaboration module. So here you can see in contact there is a all contact fields, vendor collaboration user and vendor collaboration user request. So what you need to do, you need to first create the contacts. So just click on all contacts. So click on new button to create a contact. Just specify the username, and here you can select a vendor. For which vendor do you want to create a vendor collaboration? and and in right hand side you can see the multiple legal entities. So just select the vendor for which legal entity you want to enable the vendor collaboration. So I'm selecting Taspin parts and just click on create. Okay, so here you can see the contact is created. So if you want to add the contact information, you can add over here, and here you can see the legal entities as well as the vendor name. So now just click on provide vendor provision vendor user for creation of this user. uh, in provision vendor user, just specify email ID of that user. Here you can specify the business justification. Hmm. For provide the access, just click on vendor collaboration access allowed. Just hmm, tick on that checkbox. So here is the roles which you can assign to this user. So first role is maintain vendor document and respond to vendor inquiries in the vendor collaboration. So by assigning this role, vendor user can access the purchase order, also response to that purchase order. You can also edit the rates and all these things. And second option is vendor contact and vendor user request. So this is mainly when vendor user admin access. So by using this role, a vendor user can add the user from their side um, for access vendor collaboration. So now just click on submit button. Now here you can see the vendor collaboration access setting has successfully applied and the request to create a new user has submitted. So just go in vendor collaboration module. So here you can check the users which are created. Okay, just go in first vendor collaboration user request. So here you can see the user which you have created. So now there is a workflow. So by using workflow, the person can approve the vendor collaboration request. So for vendor collaboration, you need to create the vendor user in active Azure directory. So there is a two option. You can add the vendor user manually in active Azure directory. You can add here the new guest user manually, and there is another option. You can, by using workflow, you can add the user in active Azure directory automatically. So there is a one-time setup for it to export the B2B user to Azure ID. For more information regarding the one-time setup, you can check the setup on Microsoft website. So here is the link. So you can check it on this link. So how you can use this features to create vendor user automatically in active Azure directory. So once this setup is done, so you can uh, provide the access to the vendor so he can use the vendor collaboration for handle their purchase order, their RFQs, their consignment inventories. So meantime, I have created already one user. Mm, so now I will going to showcase you uh, how you can use the request for quotation as well as purchase order. So first I will show you the request for quotation scenario and how vendor can response to RFQ. So first I'm going to create the request for quotation. Yeah, before that, so I will show you the vendor collaboration workspace. So once you done the setup of vendor collaboration for particular vendor, so vendor can see the screen. So vendor can see the contacts of their organization contact, users, purchase order. Vendor can review their purchase order. Vendor can also view the purchase order histories. Vendor can manage the consignment inventory and also request for quotation bid. So in dashboard here you can see the different option. Uh, Purchase order confirmation, vendor bidding for RFQ. Vendor can manage their vendor information here, and also invoicing. By using invoicing vendor can create the invoices from their side, and once he created, we can check, our organization can check it and post the invoices again that purchase order. Okay, so first I will create one request for quotation. So in procurement and sourcing module, here is the option to create RFQ. So just click on it. Okay. So just click on new button to create new RFQ. So here you can select the type, purchase type. So I'm selecting here purchase order. Here you can specify the document title. So here you can specify site and warehouse. Just click on OK. So in request for quotation line, just select the item for which you want to create RFQ. So I'm just selecting first item. Okay, here you can specify the quantity. So no need to specify the unit price. You can also, if you want to specify, you can also specify the expected unit price. So once you will send it to vendor, so he can check it and he can provide the price. Okay, now just go in header for adding the vendor for this RFQ. Okay, so here you can add the vendor. Okay, so you can add the multiple vendor in RFQ vendor section. Now just save it. So here is the option to send. Once you send it this RFQ, then vendor can check this RFQ on their vendor collaboration. So I'm just clicking on send button. Click on OK. Yeah, so here you can see the notification that RFQ has been sent to vendor. So now just open the vendor collaboration module. So this is vendor collaboration workspace for the vendors. So vendor can see the RFQ which is sent by the customer in vendor bidding. So just click on it. Yeah, so here vendor can see the RFQ which is sent by the customer. So just click on it to open. So here vendor can check all the information related to RFQ. Inline data vendor can check the quantity, and here you can see the different option: bid, decline. If there is an attachment, vendor can check over here. And also vendor can attach the bid document also. So if vendor want to bid this RFQ, just click on bid. Okay, now vendor can specify the bid price here. Yeah, once specify the bid price, vendor can submit it. So it will automatically send back to their customer. So I'm just clicking on submit and click on yes. Okay, so once get the response from the vendor, so organization can accept it, return it to vendor for uh, if any changes require, or reject it. So I'm accepting it. Okay. So here you can check the bid amount which is submitted by the vendor. Now just click on OK. Once you accept it, then it will automatically create the purchase order from this RFQ. So once you accept it, you will get notification that operation is completed. Okay. Yeah. Now in vendor, now vendor can check the awarded bids in dashboard. The dashboard here, vendor can check the awarded bids, how many bids they won. So here vendor can check all related RFQ details. Here also vendor can check if there is a new bid invitation. If vendor lost any bid, also vendor can check this. Return bids also can check, and bids which under in progress, it can be also check over here. Hmm. So this is related to RFQ, means how vendor can use the RFQ feature by using the vendor collaboration module. So now I'm going to showcase you the purchase order with vendor collaboration. So I will create one purchase order first. So in procurement and sourcing module, just going all purchase order. Okay, just click on new button to create a new purchase order. You can select the vendor account. You can specify site and warehouse. And just click on OK. Now in line detail, select item. Specify quantity and rate. Okay, once specify all the details. You can send it to vendor for confirmation. Here you can see the vendor collaboration session in purchase tab. So here is the option to send for confirmation to the vendor. So just click on it to send it to vendor. Just click on OK. Yeah, now this purchase order now send it. It sent it to vendor. Vendor can check on their vendor collaboration portal. If you want to check which order which is sent to that vendor, you can check over here, purchase order sent for confirmation. If you want to see the responses from vendor, you can check over here, and also you can check the confirmation history for this particular purchase order. Okay, now so I will open the purchase order confirmation. Yeah, so here you can see the purchase order which is sent by the customer. So by using this, vendor can open this purchase order. So just click on that purchase order to open it. Yeah, so vendor can check all purchase order related information over here. If vendor want to take the print of this purchase order, vendor can take the print from the preview and print session. If vendor can accept it or reject it. If vendor want to suggest any changes, so just click on suggest any changes. So vendor can add the changes in this purchase order. If vendor want to specify any notes or want to attach any document, so vendor can use this notes and attachment section. So I am accepting this purchase order. Okay, vendor can see the status over here. This is open or received by their customers or it is invoiced. And here vendor can check the response status also. In left hand side, vendor can check the purchase order which are in review, uh, any customer action which is awaiting, and confirm purchase order also. Okay. Mm. Once it is accepted by vendor, so organization check the details. When you submit it to vendor, it will show the status. It is in external review. Okay, I'm refreshing this page. Uh, Now once vendor is confirmed it will automatically change the status of the purchase order confirmed. Here you can check the responses of purchase order. Here you can check the response status which is accepted. So now I'm going to receive it. So just click on product receipt. Specify product receipt number. Check quantity and price and just click on OK. Yeah, now status of the purchase order is changed to received. So vendor also can check the responses from their customers. So vendor can create the invoice which is delivered from for items which is delivered from vendor. So just click on new button to create vendor invoice. So vendor can select here purchase order against which purchase order they want to create the invoice. So here you can check the purchase order status, means this is received by the customer. So just select this. So vendor can specify here invoice number also. And vendor can specify invoice date and invoice description also. So just click on create invoice. Okay, so vendor invoice has been created. Now this vendor invoice can check organization in pending invoices. So I'm opening D365 Finance and Operation Accounts Payable module for organization. Yeah, so here when here organization can check the pending vendor invoices, which is created by the vendor by using vendor collaboration module. So here you can see the invoices which is created by the vendor. So just open it. Okay, so now vendor can post this invoice. Organization can post this invoice after fulfilling the order. Okay. Mm, Now I'm opening vendor collaboration workspace. So in invoicing dashboard, here you can see the invoices history, means which invoices mm, are paid, which are approved but not paid, and submitted from the vendor but is not approved from the customer. All invoice related information vendor can check in invoice dashboard. Okay, so that's it. So this all related to vendor collaboration. If you want more information, you can visit us on www.cloudfronts.com. If you have any queries, you can contact us. So thank you guys for today's session. Thank you.